Hello guys, man, it's back again. I know it's been a while. Just getting out, getting free, getting off. It's been a little while. I've been kind of going through a little bit of a frustration period, due to me not being able to do with my life as I would please, due to just some financial stuff. And you know how life is, it don't always go the way you want to go, and it kind of been bumming me out for the past week or two. And I made content, but for whatever reason I just didn't feel the need to put it up. So you guys will get some retrospective content soon, for those who that matters to. Appreciate you guys for that. But yeah, one thing I wanted to talk about tonight is the black pill. Taking the black pill can't save you from suffering. It doesn't matter. The human body wants what it wants, right? Our brains have been wired since we were cavemen to value community, reproducing, food, water, sustenance, and shelter. And being valued by people, being perceived by other people as valuable, one way or another, just being liked in general. The human body wants that, unless you have actual mental things going on where you don't care for it. Most normal people, the human body is just gonna want that and kind of be mad and give you bad feelings if it doesn't acquire these things from the people you're around, from you, etc., from your environment. If it doesn't get these things, it's gonna be upset and it's gonna feed you bad feels. And I pride myself on being a very knowledgeable, learned person. I know a lot about just humanness. I know what's going on with us. I know what we are. I know what we need. I know what we need, even if it's to our detriment. I've studied all this. I've studied genealogy, just tracing stuff back to Mesopotamia and the Tigris and Euphrates River, and just where all these different things come from. I've learned about all of this. And not to say I'm some expert, but I definitely know more than I probably look like I know to the people around me. So all this stuff makes sense to me. If I'm at work, for instance, and this is why I'm even making this video tonight. If I'm at work and I'm recognizing, for aesthetic reasons, for financial reasons, for reasons involving social proof and hierarchy in the workplace, if I'm realizing that there's a certain totem pole that I find myself at the bottom of due to not being, just not being certain things. If there's a certain totem pole that I find myself at the bottom of, if there's certain treatment that I'm not just saying from my coworkers and stuff. I'm talking about just people in general, being out in the service industry. It really is it's really exposing as far as being exposed to people. It's very people centric. You're right there with people, and you see how the human condition really is amongst the younger crowd, or not just the younger crowd, just people in general. You see how things are with people. So in general, you can witness respect, you can witness disrespect, you can witness people being used, you can witness people being appreciated, you can witness love, you can witness BS, you can witness good, bad, indifferent when it comes to people being people with people, and you can be the benefactor and or victim of some of these things, just by nature of the business. Because it's all people all the time. Your coworkers and the patrons. And you get to see in real time what you are, pretty much. Hate to put it that way, but you get to see in real time what is going on with you. How you are perceived. How much you matter to a certain, person that you might be serving, that you might be working with, that you might be working under, that you might be the manager of. You get to see it and you get to feel it, and that's just what it is. Sorry about that. There's a lot of music being played. I'm walking by like the little bar district down here. They play a lot of music. And copyright, I don't want to even make them look my way. Not on this channel, at least. But yeah, like I was saying, you are explicitly aware of how people are treating you and what's going on with you. And just what you are to people and what you're not. And me, in my opinion, but me in my experience, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. And that's okay, And to me, logically, that's okay. I'm not that guy. On a logical level, I've made my peace with that for the most part. I get it. I understand. It makes sense. There's nothing I can really do about it. I mean, it's not like I'm completely desolate either. Like, I get what I get as far as positive attention from people when it happens, how I get it, however, whatever. Like, I have some minor options, you could say. I have, potential to do stuff that maybe some other dudes who might be, consider themselves cooked. I might have more options than they do, or they think they do, however. But for the most part, I'm cooked. For the vast majority of like just women and stuff that I meet and work with, it ain't happening. And a lot of it is due to no fault of my own. Like I get my hair cut. I dress normal. Like we have a dress code at my job. I dress a little bit more upscale. I wear, I get complimented on my outfits and stuff. I'm just not that guy. It's probably facially, I get it. It's understandable. But, and this is where I get to the point of the video, my soul doesn't care that I understand these things. It hurts when I experience how cooked I am. I understand fully why I get treated the way I get treated, which isn't necessarily outright bad or, messed up. It's just an indifference that I get treated with, like an indifference. At work, at best, it's an indifference, and at worst, it's a kind of treated with a little bit of a cold shoulder, like a little bit of a but it could be worse. But yeah, my soul pains. My inner humanity feels pain when that happens. It's not just like, oh, we understand, so there's nothing. Like, no, it's pain, man. Like, it's pain. Like, because I know, you can't help but want people to treat you a certain way. God forbid it's somebody that you are attracted to or something like that or whatever have you. Especially in those situations, you really want to be treated a certain way and just, appreciate it for what you bring to the table just naturally as a person. And for people like us who've had to take the black pill, we know some of us, it's nothing you can really do. You just kind of wait and see if you get lucky. And a lot of us, we go a long time without getting lucky, man. A long time. And to a point where it could become almost enough to make you go crazy. Just having that side of you be blocked from being able to be expressed, it's enough to make you feel like doing something insane, because how dare, how, like, am I, like, how it's not fair that I get locked out of life, Like, I get locked out of that part of my life that my spirit, logically, I understand, and it's not the end of the world. I can still make my money, I can still do my job, make my money, buy the stuff I want to buy games, do this, do that. I can still do all of these things that, I can accomplish all these other things. But just when it comes to the people respecting me and relationships, loving relationships and stuff, just those two things not being where I would like them to be is enough to make everything else seem not worth it. Like, as far as, like, your spiritual, what do you call it? Your self-actualization, or at least the feeling that you are self-actualizing. It's detrimental to your whole thing, and it sucks, and it hurts, and it's something that I don't even know if a lot of men can put into words. The slow, brutal, grinding torture that it is going through these things. It's I don't even think a lot of men can put it into words, the cold, empty feeling that exists inside of your core when this is your everyday reality. And it's hard to even put into words, and I'm trying to my best here, but I'm not doing it justice, because I feel it even as we're speaking, because I felt some of that today. Just seeing people get interacted with a way I would love to be interacted with. It's just I can't get that. Not that I can't in general from anybody anywhere, but from the people who I want it from, it's not happening. And I gotta settle for the people who do it. And granted, I appreciate it when it does happen, no matter what, because I could have no one literally. So I'm not trying to seem ungrateful. It's just that I can't help but feel extremely hurt. Extremely hurt. I can't help but feel extremely hurt when I don't get it from the people who I want it from the most. It burns. It sucks. Genuinely. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. Sorry. I'm in the kitchen making myself some dinner, so if you see me moving around, it's me, warming up some stuff, eating my lonely meals. But, yeah, it's just, hold on, let me just get it a little bit closer. It's kind of tough. Okay, maybe that's better. Yeah, it's just it's just so tough that we have to go through this and feel these ways so much and so often. It's dark, man. These are dark feelings. This is a dark reality that we have to inhabit, and there's nothing we can do about it. Because all we can do is just accept it and allow it to happen. Because you can't make people like you. You either got it or you don't. You could just focus on the things you can control and all that other good advice, that cliche advice that everybody gives. Yeah, it's true. All that cliche advice is absolutely true. I just wish that cliche advice led to you just feeling okay when the things happen. Best case scenario, you just kind of can recover from it quicker. I've gotten better with recovering from it quicker. It doesn't necessarily solve the issue though. It's just a crazy, life to have to live. It sucks, especially if you mean well, especially if you're not like a bad person in general, and you still have to just be subject to people being super indifferent to you, as a human, it doesn't feel good. No one likes that, man. And I pray that, we all find the people that we can connect ourselves to who don't treat us that way. And we get to spend a bunch of time with them, majority of our time with them. I pray that for you guys, because I know you other Blackpill guys are going through it. These are tough times. Humanity's always been tough. It's always been tough. But these are some interesting times. These are some very gaslighting times. Back then, if it was messed up for you, it was just messed up for you, and you just succumbed to your natural, like it was just bad. Everybody was like, wow, it's bad. Now, you'll be going through this stuff and simultaneously have millions of people telling you that there's nothing wrong with you, and it's, you shouldn't be going through this, and that's not right, and blah, 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 blah. And just going against the evidence as to why things are happening for you. And then you have the other people on the other side being extremely rude as to, yeah, this stuff should be happening to you because you look like this or you're like this. And you end up in this space where it's just like, I don't even know what to believe. I'm confused and I'm getting treated like crap. I'm confused and I'm getting treated like crap. At least back in the day when you got treated like crap, you just got treated like crap. And that was it. Now it's pure confusion and gaslighting all the way through. It's tough. And the best thing we could do is just try to fight to either, try to just make the rest of our lives that we can control as enjoyable as possible while we're still here in this place, so that hopefully we get to a point where it compensates. It can compensate for what we have to go through when it comes to people not choosing us to be either attracted to or interested in a friendship way or a relationship way, or however. And I pray that for you guys. I'm working on it. I'm trying. It's been hard, guys. It's been very hard lately. I've been filming a lot of videos with me crashing out, and I've been worried to post them because I'm kind of like, I do kind of sound unhinged. Maybe I'll post those with disclaimers. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I just wanted to make this video because I had a rough day socially. Made a good amount of money and all that good stuff, but socially, I was a nobody today, by my standards. And granted, I shouldn't even be looking at it like that. Let me reword that. I was a nobody to some people who I want to be a somebody to. And just that alone was enough to make me feel pretty bad. That's what happened. Let me reword it the right way. Sorry. But yeah, if you guys relate, which I hope you don't, but if you relate or you got, something you want to add to this, please comment, like, subscribe, share with people. I do want to make this just a place where we can talk about these types of things, because it's hard to go somewhere and start these conversations in the real world, because most people are just going to gaslight you to death. So we're not going to do that here. Agree, disagree, we're not going to do that here. So thank you guys for listening. I finally kept the video under 20 minutes, so that's a plus. Yeah, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Mess.